YouTube's most hated versus loved face reveals by Internet Anarchist. This is what you guys wanted me, or one of you wanted me to watch. I see corpse on the thumbnail. Problem is, homie had no decision in whether he wanted to show his face or not. Bro was doxxed. And since then he has never returned. Which is kind of sad. But yeah. That is what happens when all of you, everything of you is built on your voice and the voice doesn't fit the face. It sucks for him though. He should have never been doxxed. And I think the people that dox others have no balls. You're a coward.
There's a moment in a YouTuber's journey that can make or break their career. It's not hitting 1 million subscribers or getting their first sponsorship. Instead, it's when a creator looks straight into the camera and shows their face for the very first time. For fans,
It's Dream! Wasn't even Cope's face though. I don't know. I have no idea, but I guess the question is, if it wasn't his actual face, then why did he disappear? That's the question I'm asking in this case, if it wasn't his actual face.
it's exciting. Suddenly, there's a real person behind the disjointed voice they've listened to for years, someone to connect with, someone they can feel like they know. But that connection is a double-edged sword, because while some face reveals are met with love, support, and floods of wholesomeness, others end up as cautionary tales for the rest of the internet. And in
Who's the Catwoman? Wait, is that a VTuber that was actually a dude? That's interesting, but yeah, Corpse being doxxed is crazy.
In one instance, a face reveal didn't just disappoint fans, it straight up tanked the YouTuber's career. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today, we're looking at the most hated YouTube face reveals, and the ones that people actually loved, starting with a face reveal that was never supposed to happen. NoraCat started uploading videos and live streaming on YouTube back in 2017. She was one of the
Yeah, it's a dude. It is a dude. It is a dude.
the earliest VTubers on the platform, and quickly gained a respectable audience that liked watching her play games and just chat on random topics. For those who don't know, VTuber is short for virtual YouTuber. It's a term
That's me. That's me. The difference is you will never see my face except when it gets doxxed. He disappeared because basically no one believed him when he said it wasn't him. He was getting harassed, and anyone who did believe it wasn't him kept trying to find his real face. Okay. Well, that's also an explanation. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see that. That's even worse then. That's even worse. Cuz basically bro wasn't, in this case, he wasn't doxxed. Essentially, just nobody believed him. Everyone ran with the narrative that he was doxxed. In this case, that makes it actually worse.
Term used for creators who use special motion tracking software to match their in real life movements with an animated avatar, and then use that avatar for content. One of the most notable examples of this today is Iron Mouse, who is currently one
Mousy! Mousy is just great.
of the most popular streamers in the world.
Today is Cyclotron Day! Cyclotron Day! What country is he cycling in? He's cycling in Japan, the country where he lives.
A notable thing about these VTubers is that the vast majority
Gura, Iron Mouse, Marine, they're all here. I was a massive Corpse fan back in the day, so I got all the lore. Okay. Oh, not visual YouTuber. Nope, virtual YouTuber. Virtual YouTuber. And there's then the different categories. There's also PNG tubers, which is just images. Yeah.
majority of them like to keep their identity hidden, and that was also the case with NoraCat. Unfortunately, during a stream in 2018, a software glitch exposed her real face to the world, and people did not like what they saw, because, as it turned out, the person controlling this anime avatar wasn't a cute girl as many had hoped. Instead, the channel was run by a middle-aged Japanese man.
Who knows? Maybe I'm the reverse. Maybe I'm not. Who knows? Maybe I'm actually not a 24-year-old man, but a cute 35-year-old woman, a hag. Who knows?
who used voice synthesizing software for the audio.
当時はコメントが流れもすごく穏やかで
The clip of this glitch
That's pretty good, though. That's pretty good, though.
went viral across the internet, leading to people both mocking the creator and the viewers, with comments like, "Bruh, he looks like his viewers." And that day, humanity was reminded how easily tricked and betrayed they could be. And let's have a moment of silence for the guys that donated money. Some took this a bit more seriously and started hating on the creator for deceiving the viewers. The backlash only grew louder with every time the clip of this unexpected face reveal resurfaced online. Things got bad enough that the creator had to make a video addressing the backlash, titled
Well, that's why you, you know, that's why you don't lie. Fuck around and find out, I guess. You can tell it's fake. I know you're lying. She sounds like a Vocaloid. At first, I don't pay attention. I don't listen to Vocaloid, so I would not particularly get it, you know? Not everybody is a nerd like you weeb.
to the English speakers who got to know me. In his video, he spoke from his point of view, arguing that the Noracat character was just that, a character, and that what he was doing was just as valid as male artists creating female fictional characters, be it in books, comics, or anime.
ノラキャットは創作です。アニメや小説と同じように、キャラクターの性格や動きや喋り方などを作者が考えています。すべて創作であり、実在しません。
Something odd about this video, however, is that Nora addressed it to quote English speakers, and there's a good reason for that. You see, Nora never deceived his audience in the first place. Most of his native Japanese audience already knew a man was behind the
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, well, in this case, he didn't deserve all this in this case. Then it is actually unjustified. Then it is the English tourists, so to speak, who are not aware. But in this case, it's the English audience that didn't get it. In this case, homie did not deserve this. The hate. He didn't trick anybody. You just weren't able to read Japanese. Okay, I didn't know this part of the story. I only knew that this character, there's a dude behind it, and that he was essentially cancelled. What the fuck? For being a dude. That's all I know. But that gives it a new perspective. Saba, okay.
avatar, and they were totally fine with it. That's because this kind of setup isn't unusual in Japan. In fact, it's so common it even has a name, Babeniku, which is
Babeniku. That is what a few also do here in the West. Mama Oko would be one of those. Some other people that I can't remember the name, but I see on Twitter occasionally are also dudes. But yeah, this is somewhat common.
is used to describe an online avatar depicting an anime-style female character used by content creators who are often male. The only reason Nora received so much hate was because the face reveal clip spread past his usual audience and reached people who didn't have the important context. Fortunately, he didn't let this setback stop him from making the content he liked, and is still streaming on YouTube to this day. That said, while Noracat's accidental face reveal sparked a wave of backlash, the next YouTuber's reveal had the
Oh, that's... Well, he seems still to be doing good. In this case, I see no issue. That, at least, his target audience wasn't disappointed, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
exact opposite effect. It received nothing but love and support from the audience. I'm of course talking about Jaden Animations, who is one of the largest animation storytime YouTubers on the planet, with over 14 million subscribers, and more than 2.8 billion views. And while she's comfortable with showing her face on camera these days, there was a time when her channel was completely anonymous. That is, until 2016, when her face was leaked on the internet without her
I could never be... I guess I'm a VTuber, so like this could happen to me, but I could never be an animator. With at least if I were a woman, there would be so much corn of me out there on Rule 34. There probably is plenty for Jaden. I can almost guarantee that there is, There's probably so much shit on those websites for her. It's not even funny.
Her consent. It happened when she visited VidCon 2016 with fellow YouTubers, including Alex Clark. Alex wanted to make a vlog and kept his camera rolling throughout the trip, but since Jaden was with him for a lot of it, she asked him to blur her face before posting the vlog on YouTube, even going as far as offering to edit the video herself. Alex, however, didn't comply with her request and posted the video as is, involuntarily exposing her identity to
Bro, doxed her. Why are so many of these doxed? Is that gonna be my fate? Rule 34? Yeah, there's probably plenty of that on there. Bro, another one who got doxed. Why are all these people? Is this gonna be my fate? Am I gonna be doxed?
to the public, all while joking about making her do a face reveal.
We're looking for Jaden. We're gonna do a face reveal. We didn't find Jaden, but we found her biggest fan. How long have you been following Jaden for?
He did delete the vlog from his channel a while later, but the damage was already done. More and more people began pestering her to do a proper face reveal. She tried to ignore these requests for as long as possible, but they didn't slow down, resulting in her addressing it in a video in April of 2017, titled, "Why I Don't Have a Face Reveal." She opened the video by listing
Well, she doesn't need one anymore. That already happened. That website, don't go there. Very simple.
out a few of the reasons for why she held off on doing a face reveal.
Few reasons I don't show myself are because I don't want people to have an opinion of my content and who I am based on what I look like. I'm very shy and prefer to keep to myself. I still want to have privacy.
However, while all of this was important, she eventually revealed the real reason she stayed anonymous for so long, and that was due to her extremely low self-esteem and body image issues. She'd been suffering from a severe eating disorder for quite some time, and the thought of putting herself in front of millions of viewers was terrifying to her.
A nightmare where hundreds of thousands of people are wanting to see you, and then when they finally do, it's at the lowest, darkest point.
Not only that, like imagine this, there's plenty of people who only follow female creators because they don't have a face reveal yet, but they would assume they're hot. And once they found out that they're either not as attractive as they expected or they're not attractive at all, they drop you. That unfortunately happens. That has happened, that can happen, that will happen. So I can understand if somebody, especially women, don't want that. Because let's face it, as a dude you can look like a gremlin. Like, I mean, look at Asmongold. Look at yeah, there's plenty of other people. I mean, look at people like XQC. Nobody cares how they look like, but right? As a woman, unfortunately, that is the way that people care about how you look.
Point of your life, and they don't even know it.
But after explaining her situation in detail, she capped off the video by doing the official face reveal everyone was asking for, and the support was overwhelming. To date, the video has accumulated over 1.6 million likes, with one of the top comments stating, "This has to be the most heartbreaking yet inspiring face reveal ever." Many people have also shared their own struggles and how watching Jaden's face reveal helped them find the courage to face the many problems in their own lives, cementing this as one of the most beloved face reveals in YouTube history. And to top it all off, Jaden becoming comfortable with being on camera has also done wonders for her career, allowing her to collaborate with so many other creators, and even participate in and win 2 different Mr. Beast challenges. However,
To be fair, I don't like this particular Mr. Beast challenge, reason being, she used it for people that do get an art degree, and art degrees are kind of useless. Everyone else in comparison had better ideas. Like in the last round, the guy that the 2 guys she was against, one of them wanted to use the money to build a school. So an art degree cannot, like art degrees cannot compete with that to begin with. There's chain animation adult content made by fan. I read it all. My reaction, damn, yeah, makes sense. That makes sense. What about you, Dax? I have severe body dysmorphia, I would say. So yeah, even if I looked good, I would not consider me looking good. It is what it is.
where Jaden's face reveal boosted her career to new heights, the next YouTuber became the laughingstock of the internet after
I was dead. now we're getting into the good stuff, chat. Let's go.
Showing himself on camera for the first time. If you've spent any amount of time on YouTube in the past 5 years, you probably know who Dream is. He's one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers of all time, and at one point, he even held the title of being the fastest growing channel on YouTube. However, for most of his early career, Dream was completely faceless. He did everything in his power to stay hidden from the public's eye, and while this allowed him to maintain some semblance of privacy, it also led to his stans building up unrealistically high expectations for his looks. Not only that, but he also racked up just as many haters over the years. Some because of the infamous speedrun cheating scandal, and others who just found him or his fanbase insufferable. Put simply, his face reveal was destined to be a disaster, no matter what he looked like. What no one realized at the time, however, was just how big of a disaster it would turn out to be. It started in June of 2000.
Not gonna lie. My voice is terrible right now. Not gonna lie, with that pre-knowledge, I would have never revealed my face, or I would have worked out like a moron so I could reveal my face and also everything else. I would have been shredded by the time that reveal would have been out. I don't know. But then again, homie cannot win, regardless of what he does.
2021, when someone posted this picture on the internet, claiming that this was Dream. This was eventually revealed to be an older picture from high school.
Not gonna lie. He lost a lot of weight. He lost a lot of weight.
But at the time, there was no proof this was actually him. However, that did not stop people from ripping into him on the internet.
If that is him, if that would have been him. No, I cannot confirm. No, I cannot confirm. It has a similar look, but maybe I'm reading too much into it.
With one popular tweet reading, "Can we discuss how he catfished 20 million people into believing he's some cute ripped twink while he looks like this IRL? Maybe he was tired of people trying to expose his identity, or just wanted to have the freedom to make on-camera videos." But Dream gave in to the demands and decided to show his face in October of 2022. But instead of just posting a simple video with his face, Dream made the worst decision ever and tried to build up hype for the upcoming reveal. He pulled this off by calling a bunch of influencers and having them post their reactions online.
No!
Hello. Hi. This is me. This is what I look like.
Hey! Yeah, how's it going, mate? There you are.
There I am.
Oh shoot! What the heck? You look like a baseball player. You scream baseball player to me.
Hello.
Oh my god!
This backfired horribly.
Like, you could tell these are fake reactions. Like, nobody would ever react to somebody's face like that. I guess fans, maybe. But other content creators that likely even know what you look like because you probably met up with them at some point. Yeah, I don't think so, bro.
The stunt only made his stans raise their expectations even higher, while his haters found the whole thing extremely cringy, making them dislike him even more. So when the actual face reveal happened, it went just as bad as you might expect.
What was that? Bro was already laughing. Not gonna lie, bro doesn't even look as horrible. I think if bro ate a little more, worked out a little, it's just like he has the face, but not the body. It's like a weird combination. Like, he does have a somewhat solid jawline. It's just like his head looks too big. He's like the reverse of that one Twitch streamer. His head is bigger than his body.
Shortly after he posted the video, phrases like "he's ugly" and "put the mask back on" began trending on Twitter. He also got turned into a meme with people comparing him to Rumpelstiltskin from Shrek and the troll face. Put simply, Dream's face reveal became the prime example of what not to do in this situation. The next face reveal, on the other hand, showed exactly how powerful.
I love this guy. I love this guy. I love his song. Like, this one song as well. I like this guy. This guy is so fun to watch. I forgot his name. His career probably would have been fine even after the face reveal if he didn't start messaging minors. Yep. I don't know what the trend is with people messaging others that are not in the age of consent. That one streamer, Hassan. Yeah. I don't want to have Hassan the entire time talking about him. Tectone and Asmongold do that the entire time already. I don't need to do that as well. Who else has such a small head?
Powerful it can be when done right. James Relison, aka The Odd Ones Out, is an animation storytime YouTuber similar to Jaden, and just like Jaden, he remained completely faceless for the first few years of his career. But as his fanbase grew in size, so did their curiosity, and soon people were scouring the internet trying to uncover his real identity. Fortunately, James was quick to notice this trend before anything happened.
There was a point in time.
Bro really said, basically, the Odd Ones Out, okay. Basically, what he said was, basically, what he did, I assume, is, people were searching for his identity, and homie said, fuck you, I'll do it myself. I feel like, I'm gonna say this, if you try to desperately find somebody's real identity, I'm gonna straight up say it, you're a weirdo. You're just a weirdo. And I don't consider you a fan. I wouldn't want to have you in my community. Why are you here? Stop this.
When you were an animator seeing lots of success and you had never shown your face. You were completely faceless. Was that a choice to remain anonymous? Like kind of by accident, not because of choice?
Yeah, it was just because I was like, you know, I wanted to show my cartoon self and stuff. But then people were like, starting to look for it, you know? They were like going on like
starting to dig.
Yeah, starting to dig. And I was like, oh, this is kind of weird because like my mom has a blog and she would like post to the public, to the world, like pictures of me. People were being weird about it.
So before anyone else could leak his face to the public, James decided to take matters into his own hands. But instead of making a big deal out of it like Dream, he
like the good thing is there's not a singular picture out there of me. Not a singular one. There's no picture on the internet. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have any other social media website. I've never posted myself on Twitter. I don't even have pictures on my phone of myself that you could get access to. So yeah. It would be probably really hard. Don't forget Nuxanor. He had like 20 videos, 1 hour each on Hassan. I mean, hey, if there's a retard and he's confirmed the retard, why not farm him?
He came up with the idea to show his face in the most nonchalant way possible.
Oops, and this is a bit of a weird question, but what do you look like now? If you're not comfortable showing a picture, that's fine, I was just wondering. Okay, I'll do a face reveal later. If we're going to do this, it has to be its own video with a lot of build-up, okay?
His viewers were pleasantly surprised by
Bro really did it so casually. Bro did it so casually. That's based. That's really cool. Others should have done that as well. Dream should have done that as well.
his face reveal, with people calling it the best and funniest face reveal in YouTube history. Another comment also pointed out how well his voice matched his face, stating, "James is the only animator who matches their voice completely. Above all, the sheer casualness of the reveal allowed his audience to relate with him, even more than they already did after hearing his stories about working retail, comfortably putting the odd ones out as the gold standard for how to do a face reveal without unnecessary."
I've heard so many horror stories of people working in retail. This gotta be one. This has to be one of the most dog shit jobs out there. Probably not for everyone. There might be people who actually enjoy it, but I've heard so many horror stories.
Necessary drama. Unfortunately, the next YouTuber's face reveal was nothing but drama and controversy from start to end. Corpse Husband once had the fastest growing channel on YouTube, with each new upload getting tens of millions of views. Fast forward to today, and he's nowhere to be found. While his story serves as a cautionary tale about what happens when stan culture goes too far, we've already talked about the sky-high expectations surrounding Dream's face reveal. but even that doesn't compare to the outright delusions fans had about what Corpse looked like. You see, while Corpse was already decently popular thanks to his horror and creepypasta videos, his popularity exploded through the stratosphere in September of 2020, when he was invited to an Among Us lobby. This lobby featured some of the biggest creators on the planet, including Ludwig, Jacksepticeye, Pokimane, and many more, all of whom were
two people I don't like. Not a good start. Ludwig and Pokimane.
were shocked to hear his insanely deep and raspy voice for the first time.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess that's... I haven't done a face reveal, so...
Corpse's voice is like infrasonic bass.
What the fuck? Every time I hear his voice, I'm really like, bro... What did his parents feed him? How many training sessions for his voice did he do? What kind of juice did he drink? How do you do that?
Real?
Oh my god. It's real, believe me. He sounds like God and the devil should sound like.
I feel like your voice is hitting a part of my ear that's never been hit before.
The clip of his voice leaving creators speechless went viral, drawing a wave of new viewers to Corpse's channel, some of which were disappointed to find out that Corpse's content was completely faceless. He was extremely careful about his privacy and went to extreme lengths to keep his identity hidden.
No, nobody in my real life knows about it, and I've had a lot of weird situations come of that.
What kind of weird situations have come up?
I have an apartment, and so when I have people come over, it's like, don't go in that room. And they're
that's like your YouTube room?
Yeah, yeah. And they're like, why? And they're like, how do you have this money?
Like, imagine this, right? Imagine this. You tell somebody don't go in that room, and you do it over and over again to multiple people, and then eventually somebody calls... What if somebody calls the police on you because you try to hide the room as much as you can? What if they think you have bodies in there? What vapes is he on? Like, what if they're... Bro, he's got a naturally deep voice that is exaggerated by medical things, like, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, just, damn, that voice probably could also be used for a lot of voice acting.
And I'm like, I don't know. I just come off sketchy to everybody.
Right, because they don't know the truth, and they're like, you're hiding something.
Yeah.
It must be a dead body.
Like, I can't answer simple questions.
How does remaining anonymous affect your social life?
Pretty much eviscerated it. like
yeah, so you don't have any social life now?
No, not at all.
Despite this, Corpse quickly rose to stardom. At one point, his channel was gaining up to 160,000 new subscribers every single day. However, for every million fans who simply wanted to enjoy his content, there were thousands who became borderline obsessed with Corpse. One fan even went as far as to tattoo the way.
What the fuck? Corpse husband stunned after fan gets a tattoo of his breathing wavelength on her forearm. What the fuck are we doing? Oh no. I don't like where this is going. That's a fucking weirdo.
Waveform of his breathing sound on their body. But with no face to match the name, these obsessed fans started building their own fantasies about what he might look like, all while doing everything in their power to uncover his true identity. And while he managed to stay anonymous for a long time, things took a turn for the worst in March of 2021. It's unclear if it was the work of an obsessed fan or an online troll, but someone found out everything about Corpse and doxed him online. This alone would have been stressful enough. However, Corpse had to face an even bigger problem than being doxed: the overwhelming backlash. When the leaked pictures didn't match the out-of-this-world beauty standards his stans had imagined, they began attacking him and calling him ugly across social media.
Gaining a ton of traction. Now, I'm not going to be showing those posts here. That is for two reasons. One, I don't want to expose the guy, and two, people are being absolutely shitty about the person featured. Which, I mean, if it's just some random person or it actually turns out this is Corpse husband, still shitty. Absolutely a ton of people responding with really
Let me read those.
Random person or it actually turns out this is Corpse husband, still shitty. Absolutely.
Corpse face reveal. This is so embarrassing for him. Why is he so ugly? Bro, why? Why? I hope you never find a boyfriend, ever. Like, with that, yeah, good also that the names weren't censored or anything. I want to see those people. Fucking retards.
A ton of people responding with
I expect the corpse to be somewhat ugly, but not that ugly. Yeah, Miss King Kong looks accurate.
really nasty comments calling the person in the photos ugly among.
Remember when I said Corp's husband was ugly IRL and he didn't have to face reveal for us to know? He should have listened. He should have listened! He didn't make the choice, right, you moron? Fucking mongoloid again.
Other things, which also prompted other Corpse husband fans to write things like, this alleged face reveal just showed how fucked our world is. You think Corpse is this mega hot guy that
Effing ugly, bro. Help, no, because Corpse is ugly as fuck. I'd stay inside if I looked like that, bro. Come on, ugly day ruin, bro. I expect the corpse to be, bro. That's the set one again down here, dude. The biggest douche bag. This is incredibly rude. No, not just rude. This is straight up just disrespectful.
then y'all start bullying him when he didn't meet your standards, as well as saying he literally sings about how
It's like, yeah. What the fuck?
self-conscious he is about his appearance, and you guys are out here bashing him because he didn't live up to your fantasies. Disgusting. Absolutely pathetic.
He tried to ignore the hate at first, and even posted 3 more videos after the leaks.
At least he did, yeah, he did post 3 more videos, but we haven't seen him since 3 years.
Tragically, the psychological toll of being labeled as ugly by tens of thousands of people became too much for him to bear, forcing him to disappear from the internet entirely. Fortunately,
I'm gonna say this though. If it's true that it wasn't him, and I think that he should have not given in. I understand. Won't put the blame on him for anything. He's not at fault here, but I think it's important because at the end of the day, these fall into the Twitter freak category. If there's you should not. Nobody should ever give in to the Twitter freaks. Ever. But again, I can't understand why he why he withdrew. I can't understand the fact it wasn't even him though. He got harassed for someone else's face who probably saw the thousands of people hating as well. Yep. Definitely. Like, imagine you're the dude, right? With whose face it actually is, and you look online on Twitter and you're like thousands of people shitting on you for how you look, but they shit on a different person because they think that that is the face. Absolutely horrible.
the next face reveal went better than the creator could have ever expected. Since this is an Internet Anarchist video and it's been almost a year since our last video about him, you already know we have to bring him up. Penguin Zero, aka Charlie, is one of the most popular YouTubers of all time, known for his white t-shirts and deadpan expression. But it wasn't always like this. This might be hard to believe now, but for the first 10 years or so of Charlie's career, he was completely faceless on the internet. His content already had the wit and humor that's earned him an audience today, but instead of turning on the camera, he preferred talking.
Damn, even 15 years ago, bro was actually pulling numbers. 200k, 300k. Bro was already pulling numbers.
Over gameplay footage like many other YouTubers of that era.
Watch out, smart people, I opened a door. Oh shit! I saw right through that camouflage, trying to blend into the floor. On a normal adversary, that probably would have worked, but I have trained myself to distinguish a floor from a human.
Things were going well for Charlie. But then, in 2015, his life hits rock bottom.
Hit rock bottom and I'm at the lowest point in my life, but I'm trying to be optimistic because my girlfriend broke up with me and I just couldn't find a job. Still can't find a job.
It was all.
Ooh. That makes him actually. I empathize with him even more now. I didn't know that. Because for me, it was the same. Not the job thing, but the girlfriend thing. I can understand. I get that.
Also around this time that one of his friends offered him advice that would change his life forever.
Why did you want to show your face? Because like I know a lot of people don't want to. Did you want your audience to like feel like you wanted them to know you on a more personal level?
No, I'd never. Absolutely. I don't want anyone on the internet to know me on a personal level. I don't like the parasocial relationship aspect of it. The main reason was actually because I went through like a really, really hard period for a bit, and a buddy of mine, he said that like maybe if I opened up a bit more, like I'd feel better, less alone.
Charlie implemented this advice by making on-camera videos, first on Snapchat.
Just want to show off my slipper collection real quick because I'm pretty fucking proud. Got some puppy slippers, reindeers, bear claws, and pigs.
And
feet! Moist critical feet! Encountered!
his surprise, many of his viewers found him incredibly handsome, with comments like, "I did not expect him to be so good looking," and "Every human being has a flaw, and I will find his. You can't be funny, handsome, and fit without some flaw, right?" This support gave him the confidence to start posting on-camera videos on YouTube as well, and the rest is history.
Well, that's the end of this video. That was a good recommendation. Well, now I know some of the reveals and how they went. Like I said, the corpse thing is absolutely shitty. That should have never happened. It did, but it should have never happened. I do hope so that the guy eventually decides to return, because I think if he returned, that would probably be a more so of a net positive for him than a net negative. In fact, it would be a huge middle finger to the people that were attacking him and caused this. But we'll see. I mean, some of these, I did not know the background though. The vtuber one was interesting. The vtuber one was very interesting because I did not know that. I only knew that he was basically self-revealed himself because of the glitch for the software, which now cannot happen anymore, but back then it was able to happen. Yeah, I did not expect that it was only the English side that was crashing out over it. But as for Corpse though, we'll see if he may return. Like, comment, and subscribe.